going on with y'all on this beautiful morning, grand rising on this beautiful day? For this is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be exceedingly glad in it. How y'all doing? We too blessed to be stressed. We get into it like we focus. We got our mind focused on Yahushua. I hope y'all got your mind focused on Yahushua. Keep going after your goals, your aspirations, and your dreams. But yeah, I just wanted to put this message out, like, fam, like, I gotta understand, like, if people forming in groups to go against this one person, if people gotta form in groups to just talk about this one person, if people forming in groups to just talk about this one person, y'all gotta understand it's something that male or female doing that they want to do. It's something that male or female doing that they like, but they just can't do it. Or, well, let me not say can't do it, because what the Lord did for the person, they can show up do for them. So what they doing, probably they want to do what that male or female doing. They probably want to rock how they rock. What that male or female doing, they probably want to move how he move. Y'all gotta understand, he probably a threat to them. He letting his light shine so bright. He doing whatever he want to do, or he doing whatever he got to do to get to it. And they hating on him because he doing it by himself, and he don't need to be with a lot of people. Y'all gotta understand that. So it's something about him or that female that he doing that they making them forming groups. Y'all gotta understand. And when people forming the groups are going against you, when people talking about you, y'all gotta understand you're doing something right for him. If you don't got haters and they liking you, then you in this world. I gotta understand that. I just want to say, like, the wicked, you never see them alone. I don't want to say that you never see them alone. You always see them in groups. Like, but when you see a chosen one, you rarely see chosen one with people. You always see him and her alone. Y'all gotta understand that. But I don't want to say they wicked. They just in a place right now where they just not following Yahuwah all the way. They just in a place where they not following Yahushua all the way. They're just in a place where the devil controlling them. The devil got them where they want to be. That's just what I base off the wicked. And y'all gotta understand, like, it's like Yahushua in the Bible, like, it was many people wanting to go against him. It was many people forming groups to go against him because they hated what he was doing. Y'all gotta understand, the Pharisees wanted to crucify him because they saw him as a threat to their authority and power. Yahushua challenged their interpretations of the law and exposed the hypocrites. Y'all gotta understand, it even says in the Gospel of John, it says, if we let him alone like this, everyone will believe in him, and the Romans will come and take away both our place and our nation. And y'all gotta understand, it also says Yahushua was also accused of blasphemy, and as he claimed to be the Son of God. They didn't like because he was gonna be crowned. They didn't like because he was the Son of God. They didn't like because he was gonna be crowned Son of God. Y'all gotta understand that Son of Yahuwah, which they demean as a severe violation of Jewish law. So y'all gotta understand, like, they didn't want the people to believe him. They didn't, because Yahushua, he died on the cross for our sins and resurrected on the third day. He fulfilled his assignment. He did what he had to do. Y'all gotta understand, they didn't like that. They didn't want everybody to believe in him. Y'all gotta understand that. And look, the Roman authority was worried about maintaining order. Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor, ultimately authorized his crucifixion despite finding no fault in him. He could find no fault in Yahushua. Yahushua did nothing wrong when he walked this earth. Like, he did everything at perfection, and he expects us to walk in his way. Like, I gotta understand that. Due to pressure from the crowd and the desire to prevent an upright, y'all gotta understand that. Like, Yahushua, he never sinned. He went through human emotions, and he never did wrong. Like, in the Bible, it never talks about Yahushua like struggling with women. Like, I gotta understand, it never talks about him like doing this and that. I gotta understand, but the devil tempted him, but he didn't fall into it. Y'all gotta understand it. So, like, if people gotta form in groups to go against somebody, I gotta understand there's something that person doing that they hating on him. It's something right that person doing. So yeah, just watch out. Just watch out for the snakes and haters out here, because they everywhere. I gotta understand, it can be the closest people to you. But yeah, just keep getting to it. Keep your mind focused on Yahushua. He gonna get you through everything. I gotta understand, like, no weapon formed against you shall be able to prosper. 10,000 may fall at your right side, 1,000 may fall at your right hand, but none of them shall come nigh to you. Like, I gotta understand. Like, so yeah, I just want to say, I was watching this movie Superfly last night, and it relates to this, fam. Like, the movie, the main character is Priest. It started off, he was like he like a young prodigy. He like a young goat. He like a young stepper in his city in Atlanta. Y'all gotta understand that. So, like, him riding around, like, because he owning a lot of stuff. He his own boss. So, like, him riding around, going to his different places that he owned. He was collecting money from the people, and the people, they game bangers. So when you a game banger, you doing all the devil's work, like, it's gonna be even more harder. You can't do things without God. Like, humans are limited. Y'all gotta understand that. So, like, when he was going around collecting his money and stuff from them, they was like, dang, I ain't got it. They try to lie. And then bro try to bring up, like, he got a cross on his chain. And then Priest was like, what did that cross on your chain mean? He was like, he was like, God is great, God is good. And then he was like, God still loves me even though I'm sinning. And then after they was talking and chopping it up, Priest at the end, he was like, yeah, God is good, yeah, God is great, but God is all knowing. So he was trying to say like God is all knowing. He see everything. He know that dude lying. He know that dude had his money. He just didn't want to give Priest the money. I gotta understand that. And then like when Priest walked in the scene, like everywhere, like people just notice him, people jaws drop. And y'all can even go watch the movie for yourself. It's called Superfly. Like when he walked into places that he owned, people's jaws dropped because they knew who he was. They had to put respect on his name. And y'all can see in the movie, like people in their own gang members, they was having conflict with him because they knew who he was. They knew how he was stepping. They knew how he was rocking, and they didn't like how he was rocking because he was doing it like with little people. He was doing it with few people or by himself, and they had to form a group just to do all that. Like I gotta understand it. So like when one of the gang members in there was like, "Oh, let's take Priest out. I don't like him, bro. I don't like how he move. I don't like how that." And then the boss was like, "Man, Priest ain't never did nothing to us." He was like, "Man, Priest." And then I think in the club one time he was like, "If Priest doing it, I know we can do it. Y'all gotta understand that." And then they was like, "No." Then y'all can go watch the movie for yourself. But like, I feel like that just relates to them. So like, yeah, fam, like, just know you doing something good. Just know that person doing something good. Just know, put some respect on his name. If people forming in groups to talk about that person, y'all should not be gossiping with them or engaging in the activity. Y'all should be putting some respect on that person they talking about name, because eventually, bro, that he gonna prove them wrong. He gonna prove them wrong. His haters make him greater. So I gotta understand that. But yeah, just keep getting to it. Don't look back. Keep moving forward. It don't matter if things are too advanced for you or too hard for you, fam. For failing, you learn a lot, but from success, not so much. I gotta understand that. Just keep moving forward. Just keep getting to it. Just keep putting your all into it. The results finally gonna pay out. So yeah, just keep seeking ye first the kingdom of Yahuwah and his righteousness, and all these things are gonna be added unto you. I love y'all. Yahuwah should love y'all even more. Just stay up and bless. A1.